It's me.
Can you believe that, man?
The last word.
Yeah, that's right. You got it. Last word.
Welcome back to The Last Word. We want to continue our discussions on the NBA playoffs. What do you believe? The Miami Heat can eliminate the Knicks from the playoffs on Wednesday. It would be the Miami's third Eastern Conference Finals appearance over the last 4 seasons. How does this happen? How does the Miami Heat, I don't know, they finished the season 8th overall. But of course, we've determined that your seeding doesn't necessarily mean where you're going to find yourselves in the second round. The Heat are just rolling over your New York Knicks. What's happening with Brunson? What's happening with Randall? What's happening with Barrett? What's happening with the New York Knicks?
Can I stop you there? My New York Knicks? Don't do that ever. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that.
Orange and blue skies.
Not here.
No, definitely not over here. Like I said, 95% of the time, anyone who's up 3-1 in the playoffs usually go on to win this series. So let's assume that Miami's going to win this series. How do they do it? Like, they barely even made the playoffs. And now we are one game away from going to the Eastern Conference Finals. Well, let's first of all give it to one name that you hate to call, Jimmy Buckets.
I'm not going down this road with you again. I'm not going down.
Disrespect.
I'm not going down. I disrespected that Miami team. I thought they were just devoid of talent this year. I thought they were just
call
too
it
thin.
what it is. They beat your Milwaukee Bucks, and now you're still sour about
Let's
it.
be honest. Again, Giannis missed what? Greater portion of 3 games. Come on. Let's be honest. Milwaukee wasn't going to compete, and yeah, they didn't play well. But that's another conversation for another day. Anyways, let's continue on.
Well, we're talking about the Miami Heat, like you were saying. Like, you know, are the Knicks going to have any life in them? I mean,
the Knicks are done.
Big aspirations for what? Jalen Brunson?
No, what? Jalen Brunson is a solid player, and
Julius Randle.
Think about this. They have moves they're going to need to do, and probably that same name, Julius Randle, right? He's a good player. He scores points, but it's about winning. The same reason I say Jalen Brunson, I regard him in this fashion because he is a winner. He's turned a bunch of guys who were not winners and made that first step in the right direction. Now you got to start figuring out who else is going to be on that path with him. But so the Knicks, yeah, they have some reason to have hope for the future. Yes, definitely. But this season's over.
Their second player, Julius Randle, ends up his points that he's been scoring throughout the first round, the second round, has been fluctuating. Sometimes he's up, sometimes he's down. You now have had more than a snack size of what Julius Randle is in the regular season and in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Moving forward, you said you can start with Jalen Brunson. And I agree with you. Jalen Brunson is actually a really decent player. He's showed me that he's more than what he's paid on the court. So do you, this offseason, if they should lose, and we expect them to lose, this offseason, would you expect the Knicks to move or make those decisions on Julius Randle or maybe Barrett?
Again, it starts with dollars and cents, right? So I got to look at his contract. If you can pull up his contract, but I start my thought process starts there, right? Like, are we able to get rid of him? Are we at a place where are we at his mercy? Is he? That's a good question. So if you could figure out just what exactly, but hey, I start there, and then I'm most likely gonna be leading to moving him if I can move him, because again, he scores. He's a good scorer. Mm-hmm. He's a guy that's going to score 20 points, get you 10 rebounds, right? His efficiency and decision-making at times is the problem. And again, I'm not sure if he's necessarily, again, built with the right stuff, if you want to put it in that wording. But, yeah, if I was the Knicks, I would be looking to move him. I'm looking to upgrade. I'm looking to kind of bring in that different type of guy who could probably blend more with Brunson and what Brunson's is about.
Well, here's what I would do, because his contract, he's 4 years, 117 million.
Still 4 more years, so it's a fresh deal, or
Well, his contract
Where
ends
is he
in
at?
2025. So I
Okay.
think he has 2 more years.
2 more years.
2 more years.
there
In
player
2023, 24, he'll get 25, and 24, 25, he'll get 27 million,
Okay.
and 25, 26, he'll get 29 million.
Okay.
That's
So
a
it's
player option.
Okay, player option. Okay, so
So yeah, it's
at
really
that point he may want to actually not want to sign to that. The dollars are not
not that
terrible. It's not terrible dollars. It's 20 something for but again, it's what he brings to the team at times.
But what does he bring to the team? That's
I don't-
another
it's
thing. I'm looking at Julius Randle, and he wants to be like a number, a 2 at worst, you know. But he wants to be the number 1, and realistically, if you want to be a contender, I'm not even sure if he can be your number 3. Like, I'm talking about, yeah, he can give you points, but I'm talking about heart, dedication.
I think
effort.
if he's put into the right situation on the right team, again, if he's that 6 man coming in to score buckets, right? He's here to score. In certain games, you're going to play more than other games. There's no guarantee, you're going to finish games. But again, if it's the right game, you're finishing the game, right? That type of role, yeah, I could see him being a part of a team that wins at the highest levels. But with him being a starter and one of your top options, nah, it just won't work.
So trade Julius Randle.